Hey, Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Today was Thursday, June 20th, 2019. I've learned something. I think that you have to continue to learn as a day trader, or as a trader for that matter. Iran. Iran has been the overwhelming news ever since the tankers, well, I think it was last week with the tankers. And the subject of this video, as you can see below, is buy the rumor, sell the news. And I've never experienced the crude oil market in this kind of environment. Now, I've experienced other markets in a war type environment, but I've not experienced crude oil in a war type environment. And it's starting to make more sense to me as I understand buy the rumor, sell the news. Because we always hear that. If you've been in trading long enough, you've heard that moniker before. Buy the rumor, sell the news. So you want to buy the rumor, sell the news. But before you can sell the news, the rumor has to happen, right? So buy the rumor. Well, the rumor today was the drone strike that was struck down, that was reported upon. And I think on Tuesday there was a Trump tweet or some kind of thing where Trump was going to bypass the Congress, and the market went up. So rumors of wars is what it comes back to. So the Bible talks about too, rumors of wars. And now you, as a day trader, I don't feel so bad about my pro trading account, knowing that I have learned something new right now. I'm finally understanding what buy the rumor means. Before you can sell the news, the rumor's got to go through. So in other words, it's starting to make a lot more clarity for me, and it starts to make sense. So some markets buy the rumor, the market sells off, right? And then sell the news, the market goes back up. So some markets are reverse of what the crude oil market now does. So, so when it's buy the rumor could be something that sends the market down, and then the news part of it brings it back up. So some markets work that way. Other markets, like the crude oil market, buy the rumor means it's going to go up. Sell the news means it's going to come down. So you got to think reverse of what that means. And I honestly, that's the way that I approach the market. I approach the market in a kind of a reverse. I understand sell the news component. So once the news was out, I'm thinking, all right, the news is out, Iran, it should be already priced into the market, and let's go ahead and sell the son of a bitch down. Only problem is the rumor part of the warmongering hasn't completed its journey. So it's a new, so there's different levels of rumors. I guess that's the better way of putting it. So this is a very serious time in America right now, because America and Iran, and then you have the wild cards of Russia and China. This is getting a lot more heated. Now, here's the rumor part, right? The rumor is, did we shoot down our own drone so that we can go move forward in the Iranian conflict? Did we put the mines on the tankers to, so are we continuing to escalate this conflict? It's been proven that we did something like this in Vietnam. Later on we find out about this in history, and maybe that's my, I love history, so knowing history and knowing the past has helped me in the past, but first you have to have what's called the rumor, right? You've got to have the event that drives that market one direction before you can have the other side of that drives it down. And now, it's starting to make a lot more clarity in the way I'm looking at the market. So I'm okay. It was a very frustrating trading day, but I've got a good attitude about it. I haven't lost my pro account. Even if I do lose it, I move down to step 2. This is a new type of environment for me with this kind of, I understand like a normal buy the rumor, like off of some kind of rumor that comes out, and once it's out, the news part of it, you sell it off. But this is a different kind of environment when it's war. The last time that I was involved in the markets was in the Persian conflict, and I was in the bond markets at that point in time. So the bonds and how they reacted during the Persian, this would be during George Bush Jr.'s time, and I was a fledgling trader when George the elder Bush, then that was all going on. So it's been a while since I've experienced this again, and honestly, it's the first time that I can say that I've experienced it in the crude oil market. So I'm familiar with how the bonds will react. I'm familiar with how the stocks will react. Now I'm getting very familiar with how crude oil will react to the buy the rumor, sell the news. So I guess my story today is you got to experience it sometimes so that you can understand what that means in the market that you're trading. So I hope this helps you in some small way to cut your learning curve down. What I'm thankful for today is that I am in the pro account and it didn't cost me any money. So my high water mark was over 800, and now I'm back to 0. So I still got some, I think my drawdown is to 682 negative. So I still got a full 500 plus to draw down against, and obviously I don't want to get there. So I'm hoping that 2 days of seeing this kind of shit, excuse me, I'm trying not to swear as much, will help me understand. It was a news-driven day, and now you start to understand what the rumor part of it. So the rumor side, like I said, did we shoot down our own drone to allow this conflict to move to the next stage? Are we trying to press for war for Iran? I know that there's people that really want it, and I know there's people that don't want it. What side of that conflict's going to, and that's what you see, the uneasiness in the market right now is being played out on a live stage. As we have reached up to, the low was 54.35 and the high is 57.37. Now, in my training class that I put together, we talked about some boxes. I'm not going to talk about that with people that aren't in my course. So I've got an eye on a price that I believe that it'll be a great place to sell the market once it gets there and shows that there's some there. Anyway, so supply and demand. So I'm confident that if I can control, there was like today, there was a point, just like on Tuesday, that I should have thrown in the towel to shorten the market. So at some point when the rumor is, so I mean, right at 8 o'clock open, the market took off just like on Tuesday. Just at Tuesday, the market took off. Thursday did the same thing it did on Tuesday. So, but with that being said, there was a chance to short the market, and there was a chance for me to go green on the trading day, and there was a time where I should have stopped trading altogether. I mean, and I recognize and see that. So I've got experience showing myself on Tuesday and Thursday how comes a time in your trading day where you just got to throw in the towel or the red flag or whatever you got and say, you know what, and I know why I was shorting you, because I missed the long move. The long move, I mean, we were already trading above R2 at the point in time, and here I am talking about shorting above R2. I know but we had already been there. So I thought, well, we had a chance to move back down for a little bit. and capture some of that move. And it works pretty good when there's not a rumor that is affecting the market that's allowing. So when there's a normal market conditions, there's usually a nice little counter trend trade that you can catch for a little bit that was worth 2 to 3p. Today that would have been worth about 50 to 70 ticks if it would have went when I was looking. So, but there comes a point in time where you guys say, hey, wait a minute. And I know in my video content, I looked up Iran and saw that there was a drone attack. And the drone was shot down. And once I figured that out, perhaps I should have stopped trying to short the market at that point. Maybe that's why, the people that knew at 8 o'clock, and I should be one of those people that know. I don't like to, I'm a technical driven trader that doesn't ignore the fundamentals is what I tell myself. But now I've got to, I guess I hate to have to think that I got to continue to grow as a trader. I hate the fact that after all this time of trading, I got to learn one more thing. But it is what it is, man. If you're not willing to grow with the trading environment, then you have no business being involved in it. So that's why I always will say, be careful of those that tell themselves that they're a master trader. I've watched a guy that he puts up thousands upon thousands of dollars lose his last 3 days straight. So even really good traders will lose if they can't pump and dump the market the way that they're accustomed to do, right? So hey, living on the right edge, man, is not so easy sometimes. Especially the unknown, when the unknowns are there. But when it's there, when the rumor was there, just like on Tuesday with the Trump stuff. I don't think I understood that on Tuesday as well as I did today. But now I've got experience on 2 trading days where the market basically is defying gravity and it continues to move up and up and up. Was there been capitulation on the short side? Not really. Not to the extent where I see a lot of volume kicking in. There's been some selling volume in it, but there's not been extreme volatility as far as volume kicking in on the short side. People just throwing in the towel and saying, I'm done, I give up. You haven't seen that yet, but I think there's a level that we will see it. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then just like I saw it on the long side, there was a day on the longs that you could look back and say, hey, look at this volume, that all that volume that accumulated in there that started the market to going up to the extent that we see today. So so maybe there's some you have your overwhelming, you have your way that you're trading, but then don't ignore what the market's telling you as as an overall. Like if the volume is overwhelmingly on one side, most likely it's going to go that way until it gets overwhelming on the other side, and then it'll start going down the other way. So where I'm really good at trading is when the market's coming down. Where I need to get better, obviously, is to this day, is when the market is going up and I'm trying to sell those tops, right? And selling the tops when there's a rumor out, not a very wise decision. So, and I deserve everything that came my way, and I'm thankful that I'm in the pro trading account and I'm not losing real money right now. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. This is Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. I hope you caught that today because it was beautiful. If you could have just went long, go long at 8 and let it run. And there was part of me that thought about that too. I mean, honest to goodness, there was a little bit of me that thought maybe I should go long at 8 o'clock today. Wished I would have listened to that person. Now I've got the negative experience of not listening to that thing. Hopefully being a positive reinforcement to help me grow and get better. That's how I learn. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes, or if you don't, well, then you'll learn from your own mistakes as you move forward, just like I do. You know, in a normal market, I'm going to win 86-90% of the time. This kind of market, I haven't experienced this kind of thing in the crude oil market before. This is all new to me. And I'm starting to understand what I just talked about in this video. Buy the rumor, sell the news. This is Dave Knott here from 123daytrade.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next video that I put together, and hopefully it's a video that I win. Bye now.